Okay. Stream looks good. There's no black screen. My voice is being picked up. Audio might be a little bit low, but that's an in-game thing. Continue. All right, welcome everybody to another episode of the Talos Principle. This is Lynn, and we're deep into this thing. This is section C, and as far as I can tell, it is the last section of puzzles in the game. And according to Elohim, if we just get through this, we will earn eternal life. Or at least I believe that's how he phrased it. I have to admit it wasn't quite that explicit. And I'm honestly getting a little bit nervous about what this means for the ending. I'm unclear as to whether or not I have a choice in the ending of this game. I'm very much under the impression that this is a single-player linear story, or a story that doesn't have choices, I guess is how I'd put it. But it could be like the Stanley Parable, in that as long as you follow orders, you'll reach an end of sorts. Or you can disobey orders and reach a new ending. I'm not sure. So far, we've kind of been to the Forbidden Tower, which I think the direction would be this way. Not really sure. And honestly, it didn't look that interesting, if I'm being honest. But maybe something will change. Maybe there will be an inciting incident of sorts. I'm expecting something Portal-esque. And what I mean by that is, Portal, I think, is an old enough game. I don't really need to spoiler it anymore. Although I do hope to play it for this channel. But in Portal, you play as a character who does a bunch of portal tests. Well, testing the portal gun. And there's a sarcastic robot that tells you, that kind of gives you instructions and promises that there will be cake. And then you do the last puzzle, and you get on a platform, and then it shows you the platform going straight into an incinerator. And instead of being incinerated, you escape. You jump off, and then the robot's like, wait, come back. Haha, I didn't mean it. Anyway. Okay, so we did our first puzzle, and it really wasn't that hard. So, the conservatory. Oh yes, and last time we played this game, we were able to bust through some boarded up areas, and we were able to discover a paradise of sorts. And it turns out that there were, previous robots who fulfilled their purpose and were elevated to messengers. I guess a bit like angels. And if you go to these and seek counsel, now someone will actually answer and tell us what we want to know. It seems kind of odd that it would have, you wouldn't have been able to access it up until this point. So I'm a little bit curious if we're supposed to do every single puzzle in the game. That seems like a bit much. go. Obviously, we're looking for a blue light. Aha. Okay, there's nothing else in here. Where is my blue? So we have to keep that door open no matter what, because there's otherwise no way of that light getting out. Okay. Here's the blue. Okay, so we can just go straight. Whoops. Crap. Okay. I'm moving it so it's out of the way. Let's see. There we go. Now, I can move that. Although, I foresee future problems. Because we can't have this crisscrossing this. Okay, here we go. Maybe instead of up there, we can do... Oh no, cannot do. All these windows. Okay. There's the blue again. I'll read those messages in a minute. Yeah, that presents a problem. Yep, that is a problem. can't crisscross. And I can't put the other one over there on the other side, because again, we'll have a problem with crisscrossing. What's that doing there? Can't just make this connection and then run to that door and what is the best way to do this? I need that door open so that I can get through it. Okay. Maybe this should be reserved for the blue light, and this should be reserved for the red. Oh. Dang it. It doesn't work either. Can't get across this line. Or that line. does not solve my problem. Dang it. Did I just mess myself up? Dang it. I forgot what the reset key was. Third person view. Interesting. Okay, reset is X. Like that. Interesting. A little bit disorienting after playing the entire time in first person. Okay. I mean, we still have to get... There we go. I was trying to get back into first person view. No. Wait. Where's my third? Do I really not have it? Oh wait, no, there it is. Yeah, there we go. I think I was making that way harder than it really needed to be. As I am wont to do. Alright. This puzzle has no solution. Seriously, it's nonsense. Not even worth trying, dog. If you do not become invested in finding a solution, you will be free. Samsara. Don't let Samsara discourage you. There is a solution. Don't let your mind get trapped in patterns. If you seek the truth without prejudice, you will find it. The shepherd. I don't know. I mean, I confused myself there unnecessarily. Because that, of course, ended up being way easier than I was making it out to be. Okay. The serpent has not come back to talk to me yet. Ooh. But dog is sounding a little lazy. Of course, if he'd been stuck in, you know, the puzzles that I had been really stuck in, yeah, maybe this just happens to be a difficult puzzle for him. Okay, so I have a door and it's locked. Whoops. Let's go back to third-person view here for a moment. Okay, so yeah, this is the only way. Oh boy. Guns. So we need jammers. And we need... Oh, we don't... I didn't see... Oh, man. I just want to be able to see... Definitely need more than one jammer. That one door did not have a lock on it. So, I assume I have to use... Okay. It's kind of weird how the camera keeps getting... Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look. Another jammer. What do you want? Sorry, I'm talking to my cat. horn. There we go. Yeah. So I don't need that open anymore. But then why? Because that's not coming through there. Why would I need that door open? That didn't make this door open. Oh, there's more jammers to find. Did I use the keys? Can't take the keys back. Oh, I think I know. I need to wait until this passes again so it won't kill me. I need the door open so I can take the jammer with me. Around the corner. Let's come back. This is going to be an annoying back and forth because I need to come here and jam that door and then come back here to get my other jammer. There we go. one's just kind of a lot of running back and forth. Nope, that's not the way I wanted to go. This way. Alright. Those are done, and I'm pretty sure I need my last jammer to open the door so I can get up, so I can get the sigil. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, I feel like... Oh, did we see these? Oh. I feel like I read those the last time I was here. Okay, yeah. Just as I thought, the next puzzle is this way. I haven't really seen any audio cues in a while. Should I be looking more extensively for those? Oh. Against survival, human evolution, Einstein. Dear Ms. Drennan, I heard about your project. It's the talk of the scientific community. And I'd like to make an argument for why you should abandon it. It's not that I think your idea won't work. It very well may. But we have to look beyond purely practical questions to the issue of morality, especially at this turning point of our spiritual ecology. By what right can we put living beings through all that suffering, just so they can serve our purposes? Why create these pale imitations of our fatally flawed species and force them to reenact our sordid history? Why? What are you building? What you are building, Ms. Drennan, is a prison. Even if there is a way out, I believe you mean well, but your idea of what is valuable is rooted in the dogma of Western civilization. We're lucky enough to be able to end our global crime spree relatively painlessly, if you consider the harm we have caused the Earth. Why not be satisfied with that and let this planet go on in peace? Okay, so that might answer the question that I posed in my Blue Sky tweet that I put out was, if you were to create a simulation, why would you follow a why would it follow a biblical tread? Like, what is the point in that? And this guy who wrote Open Against Survival, suggests that we're doing it because, I guess, we consider that sort of obstacle, suffering, as a part of our human ID, which, I mean, is very much up for debate, and I can't disagree with a lot of what the person who wrote Against Survival said. And also, to make it sort of Christian-centric is interesting. We don't know anything about this future. whatever led humanity to this point. And maybe it could be that with humanity ending, a lot of people turn to religion to help them cope with their very inevitable mortality. Maybe that's the reasoning behind this. Let's see if we get more answers. But okay, opening human evolution. Archive, 1872 CE, Samuel Butler. Complex now, but how much simpler and more intelligibly organized may it not become in another 100,000 years, or in 20,000 years? For man at present believes that his interest lies in that direction. He spends an incalculable amount of labor and time and thought in making machines breed always better and better. He has already succeeded in effecting much that at one time appeared impossible. And there seems to be no limits to the results of accumulated improvements if they are allowed to descend with modification from generation to generation. It must always be remembered that man's body is what it is through having been molded into its present shape by the chances and changes of many millions of years, but that his organization never advanced with anything like the rapidity with which that of machines is advancing. Einstein. Recent discussions have brought me back to an excellent 1949 article by Albert Einstein. Block quote, I recently discussed with an intelligent and well-disposed man the threat of another war, which in my opinion would seriously endanger the existence of mankind. Thereupon my visitor very calmly and coolly said to me, why are you so deeply opposed to the disappearance of the human race? I'm sure that as little as a century ago, no one would have so lightly made a statement of this kind. It is the statement of a man who has striven in vain to attain an equilibrium within himself and has more or less lost hope of succeeding. It is the expression of a painful solitude and isolation from which so many people are suffering in these days. End block quote. Bizarre, casual disregard for humanity, a kind of fashionable self-hatred, is prevalent or at least present in many strands of supposedly progressive. Nothing seems more important to me than that we reassert the value of humanity. Despite our flaws, we must not stop celebrating the beauty of human. Wait. Did I accidentally... Okay, there was a little bit more. We must not stop celebrating the beauty of human life and human achievement. And then trails off. Exit. I kind of wonder about these computers that are off the beaten track. It suggests that we weren't supposed to find them, but if this is a simulation and Elohim is in charge of this simulation, which we don't know for sure that he is or he isn't, why would he have the computers there at all? Okay. Nothing there. Oh, a rainbow. I mean, all these tests and the computer and audio cues. There is some optimism to it, but it also feels, aha, here we go, a whole lot like manipulation. But
sometimes I think about the Middle Ages, about what it must have been like to live in the ruins of a great civilization, to know that so much has been lost. But then I remind myself that while the West sank into darkness, others picked up the pieces. That civilization always survived because the great insights of philosophy and science are not bound to any one culture or people. They belong to all of us, and one day they'll belong to you.
okay, yeah, I can't really explore beyond that. I find it very peculiar that this test is so far away from the rest of the other tests, and it's kind of making me suspicious. Multiply impossible ascension. There's a lot going on in this test. Maybe it's of greater difficulty. So looks like I'm supposed to find... There's a lot of boxes around here. Oh, here we go. I was about to be really frustrated. How am I supposed to do anything? I got it. I got it. Let's move that out of the way. Because... Okay, yeah, I can't... I think this is another one where I have to... Okay, I need this other box. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit strange. But I think... crap. Oh yeah, the other box. Now. I think we have to put this on top of the box so that it can hit everything. It cannot hit everything. doesn't just let me hastily plant this thing. Okay, how do I get this red light beam to go to this wall? I guess like that. Okay, I can do that. Maybe that's the play here. Hey, Zomber, how's it going? Oh, come on. So close. Looks like I need 3 boxes, but how the heck would I get 3 boxes all stacked up? And how would I get that on top of the 3 boxes? Maybe the fan's a red herring? Yeah, no, I can't. I can't see that from here. Oh, I might get it now. I don't know if this will work, but it might. Okay. So... Alright. So, we do this. We do this. There we go. I done it. Okay, since the stream started, we've finished three puzzles. You saw the third puzzle just now. And we're done with section 1 of Group C. And we found a pretty interesting entry on a computer that was hidden off the beaten path here. So this computer over here, and basically, so the character Drennan, Alex Drennan, I think is her name, is the one who's heading up this whole simulation project and seems keen on preserving humanity in some way or another. And this person raised objections with that and said, I don't really see what you're trying to do here, because it just seems like you're deliberately creating suffering for an entity to preserve humanity. And, like, is that really right? Kind of thing. I am paraphrasing a bit, so I may be presenting the argument that I may be misrepresenting what this guy suggested about Alex Drennan's goals for, I guess, this simulation. But I couldn't help but get stuck a little bit on the whole suffering bit. Because that was one of the questions that I had for this game was, okay, so you create a simulation to, in some effect, allow humanity to live forever. But why go to the trouble of making a biblical allegory of basically Adam and Eve? What is the point in that? Because right now, Elohim, we have the impression that we've gotten from Elohim is that he is very much like Old Testament biblical Christian God who angers easily, I guess is how I'd put it. Is angered easily by his creation. We've already seen him disappear one person. We can only assume that he killed them. Obviously, unfortunately, it was not shown in my streams, but I watched this person, robot, whatever, disappear.
You have solved many of the mysteries of this land. The road before you is still long and many gates remain closed. But take comfort in your accomplishment and in your creator's pride.
Yeah, his pride, presumably. But why would he refer to himself in the third person? That just seems odd. Okay, family. For those of you who have faithfully followed this blog for the last 5 years, I just wanted to give you one final update. I'm going to spend my remaining time with my family. Yeah, I know. There are probably 50 plus posts about all the problems I've had with them. But in the end, They are my family. They are the people I grew up with, the people I care about, the people I love. Sure, they annoy the hell out of me. They've said awful things to me, and I've said awful things to them. But that doesn't change who we are. In fact, if we didn't care about each other, this stuff wouldn't upset us. Do I still think they were wrong? Yeah, absolutely. Would I behave differently if I thought we all still had a lot of time? Definitely. But we don't. So I'd rather spend a couple of weeks sitting on the porch with my parents and my sisters than being angry and alone. Besides, it's not like we're going to fight about my job prospects anymore. If you can, try to make peace with those you love. It's your last chance. Thanks for reading. Last Days. From Alan Jameson, Institute for Applied Nomadics, to Fran. Subject, Last Days. You know what the oddest thing is about all this? We're not constantly fighting, having nervous breakdowns, screaming at each other. We're actually really polite and focused, and we spend most of our time debating the nature of humanity and how we can best succeed at probably the most ambitious thing anyone's ever tried. Like, it was completely normal. Like, that's just how people are. I feel like we've turned into Star Trek characters or something. I guess, what's the point of doing anything else? Getting angry isn't going to help, but I didn't expect to feel like this at all. And you know what? It's awesome. Many greetings and good luck, Alan. P.S. Love from George. Okay, just 2 entries in that one. I find the church setting of this a bit interesting. Obviously, again, this is a biblical allegory. What?
Money. Money. I'm rich. Money. 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 I'm rich. Money. Money.
Okay, I didn't actually expect to go through that door. And that just seems like a caricature of, you know, capitalists. Not that that doesn't seem their attitude behind closed doors, but I don't know, I really can't see them just cackling, going, ha ha ha, money. Question. Suppose everything here serves a precise role in some grand scheme. How would we explain that? Sheep. It's obviously like a digital time capsule, an electric library of all the crazy stuff humans ever did, left behind to warn other species to stay well away. Neat chi. Eesh. That's interesting. So what happened to them? Sheep. Same thing that happens to everyone. They existed, and then they didn't. And they probably wouldn't do it all over again. Nietzsche. Well, according to Alex Drennan, they might. Okay. That's solid. Elohim is inconsistent. I don't trust him. Yes, man. Now that is fascinating. Okay. And for the record, yes, ma'am. I don't trust Elohim either. Whoa. Oh, right. I remember these guys from the beginning. easier. Whoops. Oh, come on. Okay. Moving this. Maybe if I move it a little bit closer. Okay, there we go. That ended up being a lot easier than I expected. Okay. Are there any audio cues around here? This seems to be a pretty confined area. I did not pay attention to the name of that particular puzzle. Whoa. The platform can be used to carry something on it. Can't. What? Platform can be used to have something carried on it. I'm confused. How do I use this damn thing? kind of experimenting here. Okay, so okay, now I can put something on it. Wait here for about 30 seconds because my character is taller than the box, so I might reasonably be able to reach the blue light with the reflector on it. No. Still not high enough. I might know what I need to do. No. Don't. So it won't let me put anything on the platform when I'm not holding it. Also, what's this for? It doesn't really help me because I need things to be taller. Because the curious thing about this, like, rewinder thing is that it creates duplicates. So what can I use with those duplicates? Alright. Didn't even really need it to be that long. Okay, even though it's... brief thought that maybe this pit was to set up maybe. Oops. Crap. Okay. Can I trick it? Nope. I do think I'm kind of on the right track here, at least. Maybe. I think I already tried this, though. Didn't I? Oh, you know, I think I have an idea. I don't think I have enough time either. Alright. My plan is this. I get this ready, I bring it over here, and then I do... Actually, no, maybe I'll bring it over here. Yeah, so then I'll take a second version of the cube and the connector and combine them on top of the platform, and then when my character comes and jumps over here, I'll be able to do the thing. Alright, let's try it. Okay, I'm gonna reasonably need about 20 seconds. Okay, 20 seconds. take that to a minute, just in case. Yeah, because I don't know how long it will take for the door to open. All right. Dang it. Crap. That's why I need to get down to the bottom. All right. Bringing this back here. Crap. All right. Down here. To the bottom. I'm gonna cut it off there, come over here, and jump. Now it's just a waiting game. So I don't have to worry about the door opening or not. Okay. I did it! I figured it out. Woo! Okay, no computer beeping. So let's continue. Oh. Oh, yeah, I remember unlocking this platform thing now. Oh, this is an interesting conundrum. All right. All right, come here. Come here. And then here. believe I got that one so fast. Okay. Okay, I believe it's just the one puzzle left. In this section, at least. Subgroup? Whatever you want to call it. Rapunzel. Interesting. There's the playback machine. Man, that is unsettling. Oh, here we go. Bunch of boxes. Got it. Oh, I think I get it. It's the rewind machine. So, I don't... At least I don't think I need a box here, but we'll keep it here anyway. Oh, the platform thing. What can I do with the platform? Okay, I'm gonna come back up here. Ugh. As far as I can tell, I should be able to just do the recording to stand on this. Oh, but I can't get through that. How would I need a box up here. Oh. That still seems way too high. Okay. We're gonna put that there. All right. Stand here. need that long. I'll just give myself to 45. There we go. Hey, there we go. That's what I wanted. Ah, shoot. We need to do that again because I was a dummy. Alright. Otherwise, I got it. That was definitely... Okay. Come back out here, and we walk. I'll just wait until 30. I don't think I need more than that. Oh, come on. Okay, I did need more time than that, obviously. Okay, give it till 20 seconds. There we go. All right. I need to come back here so I can get the other box so I can keep this door open. Okay. And that concludes subgroup 2. Oh, the computer is back. Okay, I was wondering. Yeah. Attention, administrator. The network connection has been reestablished. Would you like to reconnect to the previous session? Yes. Receiving messages string. Message, are you back? Yes, what were you trying to save for? Yes, do these terminals talk to you at all? Yes, but how do I know I can trust you? I feel like, how do I know I can trust you is a bit of an inane question. Message, don't remember, doesn't matter. I've been trying to figure out how this place works. Sometimes it seems like there's a purpose to everything, other times not so much. I think we must be plugged into some kind of machine. What do you have to go on? What else could possibly explain all this? I don't believe in demons and evil wizards. I think this is some kind of punishment. I think something has gone badly wrong. I don't believe in anything anymore. I think we're being prepared for something. Perhaps you have it right after all. I kind of think something has gone badly wrong, but I don't know if I actually want to say that. I'm just going to say I think we're being prepared for something. I suppose that would explain a lot. Listen, there's something else. Maybe it can help us. Ever since I got here, I felt like something was wrong. This place plays tricks with you and can't get your head straight, but I think I know a way to find out the truth. I was digging about in some documents and I kept finding references to this password. Thinking it might be some kind of library master key, but I don't know how to use it. What is it? Swear not to go anywhere without me and I'll tell you. MLA process.bat logged into the session. Wait, what is that? Are you doing that to my terminal? I don't think this is a good idea. Probably Elohim interfering. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he was preparing to smite me. Because I'm coming dangerously close to operating beyond my brief. Are there really only... Okay, there are several more subgroups left. Already got that. Now I'm curious, there are more like hidden rooms. Okay, this is the star thing? Yeah, it is. And I've not been good about getting any stars, so we'll just ignore that. There's the axe. This being here is just so auspicious. Like, I know we use it to break down a wooden doorway, but I can't help but feel like it's going to be used for something else. Host 437. Like everyone else on the internet these last days, I just wanted to say bye, and thanks for reading my little blog for so many years. It's been fun, hasn't it? So many deep conversations, so much philosophy. Okay, it was mostly cat pictures and bad puns, but still. I kind of regret spending so much time at the computer, not when I was doing stuff, just all the sitting around, checking my emails a million times, reading pointless status updates by people I didn't like, but I don't regret the friends I made here or the laughs we had. You're all good people, and I'm glad I got to know you. Have a nice end of the world. Third thesis. Idea for a universal history with a cosmopolitan purpose. It remains strange that the earlier generations seemed to perform their toilsome labor only for the sake of the later ones, to construct for them a step from which they can raise higher the edifice that nature intended, and only the latest of all generations have the luck to inhabit the edifice that a long line of their ancestors unintentionally constructed. Following a string of numbers and letters, Immanuel Kant. As puzzling as this may be, it is equally necessary if one assumes the following. A species of animal possesses reason, and must develop this capacity to its perfection, being individually mortal but immortal in the species. Humble brag. Ariana's blog, entry number 477. Holy humble brag Batman. I've always known that God maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. Matthew 5:45. But I must admit, it's one thing to know the words, and another to truly understand them. Though I am certain that my faith is true, that does not make me special or exempt me from suffering. I'm just another human being, and God has seen billions of us come and go. And I have to say, this is surprisingly hard to accept. I always thought I was humble, but now I'm realizing that I was very proud of being humble, which is really dumb. Guess I'm not the first one to do that, huh? Tags. Hashtag regret, hashtag pride, hashtag faith, hashtag humble brag, hashtag apology, hashtag Batman.
Sometimes I worry that the answers I embrace are too simple. Can we ever truly fully understand the divide between our biology and our intellect? How much is nature? How much is nurture? If my intellectual capabilities and my knowledge were replicated in a machine, would that machine be me? Would it be human? And what would be more humbling to my ego? If the answer was yes, or if the answer was no? What if I'm making too many assumptions? But there's no time to worry about my ego now. There's work to be done.
Elohim is pleased because you swallowed his claptrap. The voice of doubt is your only line of defense. Dog. It seems my refusal to argue semantics with the computer has angered it, and it refuses to engage with me further. Elohim is pleased, which was not my intention. Whoops. I accidentally read them out of order. Honestly, this seems like... Dog seems like he trusts the computer more than Elohim, whereas sheep trusts Elohim more than the computer. Interesting. Okay, starting here. 3 little connectors and a fan. Okay, yeah, I can. Okay, let's just go in here. See what we can find. There's the box. Oh, another connector. Okay. I can't find that window. That's interesting. That's very interesting. What's going on with that? connector. And another connector. Jeez. Whoops. Okay. Alright, a jammer. I'm pretty sure this goes here. Okay. Oh wow. Now that's interesting. Alright. I feel like I need more than one. Okay, I'm gonna grab this one. Furthest one away. It seems very odd to me that go ahead and do that. But okay. the jammer. What's that? What is the use in this window? How does being able to open a single door cut down on the amount of doors I need opened? Okay, so this door does not have... Maybe I should use the jammer. Okay. I think I see my issue here. Alright. Alright. I can kill 4 birds with 1 stone. 3, I guess. 3 birds. Dang it. There we go. So. Then I need this to turn on that. Okay. So there we go. got it. Come back. Yeah. Yeah, come back here. So that I can get this. I need my jammer again, right? Yeah, I cannot see the red lock from here. So I need the jammer. And the jammer is on this side, so I can take that. Come this way. Oh dear. Didn't work out like I had hoped. There's no button here. So I need to use the jammer on this door. I don't know if I necessarily need. Going to take this to make sure that I don't lose access to these areas. Okay. This is going to be tricky. Fairly sure okay, gonna take this one. Gonna take that one. That one, and that one. Okay. Ah, crap. Okay. That one, that one. That one. And, that one. I think. I should be able to get all 4 of those. Okay, so I can get through this door. Pretty much this door was the only one that I really couldn't. Okay, now this one. think I've confused myself. Still have a box, so maybe the trick here is to use the box. There's no way though, right? Oops. Yeah, it's not gonna let me get through the bars. Maybe. Okay, maybe I can do this. Maybe this is the move. No, but that's too short. Whoops. We can work with it. There we go. Work. Okay, we did it. Yay! Whew. That was tough. Alright, I'm gonna go up here. Oh, here's the path. Oh shoot, blew right past time. Dang, I was really hoping to make more progress tonight. But, But the puzzles have been, I mean, complicated. They've been complicated. Doable, but complicated. Anyway. Just to make sure I'm saved here. I think the purple fields do save your progress, but I'm gonna leave and come back. Alright. So next time I will be doing, I guess, that one up on the hill. Thank you, Zomber, for coming by. I hope that when you watch this the next time, you will enjoy what you saw and find my musings pretty interesting. For anyone else, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you poking around my humble little channel. And I hope you're also finding the Talos Principle to be a very interesting story slash video game. Like, whatever you feel about the whole AI thing, it is at least a bit intriguing. And I'm certainly enjoying the puzzles and the story that it's currently leading me down. It's been a while since I've really had to put my brain to the test. So this has been a pleasant excursion from my usual games. So next Thursday is February 19th, and I'm sorry to say that I will have to skip my usual live stream session. I signed up for a hobby class, and the only time that class was available was on Thursdays, so, you know, what are you gonna do? So I will see you next 2 Thursdays from now, and that date is February 26th. So mark your calendars to continue more the Talos Principle. Thank you for joining me.